Hey, honey. You see Marissa?
No, I thought she was with you.
She was over there with you guys.
With a shock of realization, the night takes an alarming turn. Marissa, Dingus's 9-year-old daughter, is missing.
Marissa's missing. Marissa's missing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Marissa's not.
Yeah, let's split up, grab some flashlights.
Marissa!
Marissa! Marissa!
Marissa!
Marissa!
Any light we could find, we grabbed, took it off up the hills, down the hills, through the woods,
Marissa! Marissa!
everywhere, yelling at her.
Marissa, where are you?
My first reaction was head straight towards the creek, make sure she's not in the water.
Do you see anything?
No.
I don't see her anywhere.
Marissa!
Marissa? Marissa, is that you?
There was this huge noise. I have no idea what it was. I know it scared me.
Marissa?
Got down the road, maybe 40, 50 yards, and then heard her scream.
Marissa? 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 Stay right there. Stay right there, sweetheart. I found her! She's down here! Marissa, what are you doing, sweetheart? We're all been looking for you. You okay? Everything's fine?
Yeah.
Well, come on, let's get you out of here. Watch yourself here. We got to get you up to camp. Your mom and dad's looking for you. Everybody is. Oh, where were you?
Are you all right?
A little scared.
When we found her, I was relieved. Like my heart, bounced back in place.
Graybeard found my daughter, and what can I say for that? I mean, I'll be forever in his debt for it.
So what were you doing down there, sweetheart?
I saw a shadow.
What do you mean you saw a shadow?
Like, I saw a shadow peeking behind those trees.
It's like a person behind a tree?
Yes. Had no color, though.
No
Just a
color.
shadow.
Marissa, honey, do you think it could have been an animal?
No.
But it was like a shadow? Was the person standing or kneeling down?
Standing.
Did you think he was gonna hurt you?
Mm-hmm.
Bye, guys.
Y'all have a good night.
With the late hour and their search turning up no intruders, the families head back into town for the night. But for Kristen and Patrick, the night is just beginning. It appears Jamal did see something he can't explain.
Jamal pulled me aside, and then he told me that he saw the same shadow figure, but up on the hill. He said he basically saw the same thing that she saw. A
Shadowy figure?
A shadow person. He says he heard a rustling noise and turned his light, and then after that, it took off down the hill towards the road here. And I asked him all the questions. He wasn't with anybody. There wasn't a shadow from someone's flashlight. There was no car. I'm thinking we have to get up in there and see if we can find out what they were seeing.
Okay.
There has to be something up in those woods.
I hope it's not a bear.
We were brought here to see what was happening in the Crescent Mine, but this has turned into something so much bigger. We're in town now. We're investigating the dredge, the B&B. We're in the woods. I'm not sure if these hauntings are linked, but there is a possibility. It seems like everything in this town seems to be connected in a way.
Kristen and Patrick gather the equipment they'll need for tonight's investigation.
Definitely do the shadow detector.
In these conditions, the shadow detector can prove particularly useful. Capable of sensing the smallest changes in light, it can detect shadow movement even in the deep darkness of the forest. A thermal imaging camera will help the investigators identify possible paranormal activity by seeing unusual heat signatures.
Thermal image in hand. Ready for this?
Let's go check it out.
He says he ran up this way to go search for the girl. We're gonna focus our investigation where the shadow figure was seen, up on the hill with Jamal. He told me exactly where he was standing, so we set up a dual laser grid just to cover the entire woods in front of us, to see if we could catch the shadow they saw. If something passes in front of the laser grid, we're gonna see that shadow, that shape. So you set?
Set. Kristen and Patrick in the woods where Jamal saw a shadow figure. Who's here with us?
Did you just hear that?
Yeah, but, you know, sticks fall in the woods. Did you purposely try to frighten two people tonight? That could have been just a branch falling.
During the first part of the investigation, we're up on the hill. We were hearing a lot of noises.
Pine cone just fell?
Kristen was just brushing it all away. Well, I'm taking the stories of two separate people who saw the exact same thing in this area.
Jamal. Patrick and I don't argue that often, but tonight was a little bit different.
More is going on in this town than just pine cones and sticks dropping out of trees.
I don't think we were expecting to do this investigation, so that probably added to it. We're both tired. But during an investigation, when these kind of opportunities come up, you just have to put your personal issues aside and keep things moving. Well, if the figure ran to the road, maybe we should head down that way.
I agree with that. We decided to take our investigation down the hill, following the path that Jamal said the shadow took. I think we took the tough way down. This is the road right here, the road where she would have saw the shadow figure. The road's there. The barbecue is right there.
Did you hear that?
Down the hill?
Yeah. You see something? Patrick, something's moving down there. What the?
Holy.
You see something?
Somebody just passed by you on thermal.
What?
Jeez.